All right. This is Cyberspace, brother Black Light, coming to you in the night. It's about maybe 6 hours before 2017. We're still talking about Judgment Day. I'm out here in it, with the wife and my grandson. They're in the store, supermarket, doing some shopping for some groceries. And I'm out here making a YouTube video, still trying to unify the black man and woman. Now, it's the day of judgment, right? The day of judgment, and some of us don't really think that way. We in the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day is also translated into the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is related to the Sirius star system, the Sirius sun, and where we getting information. So the planet is lighting up with information, and what a whole lot of followers of Elijah Muhammad know, that we had this information that y'all just not getting in the 1930s. And it was put in a simple book called Supreme Wisdom Lesson Books. So doing my skullduggery, I know that we are to judge the whole planet, this whole system, the black man over here in America. We are to judge this wicked system. Those who are not asleep, those who woke up and got that sleep out their mind and out their eyes. So there are some of you still sleeping, even though you say you are black conscious. And even if you are aware of certain types of information, you are privy to certain type of information, and you're not utilizing it correctly, you're still sleeping. Now that you found wisdom, what are you going to do with it? Now that you have knowledge and are black conscious, what are you going to do with it? Most of y'all are just picking the pockets of the people. So we done called out the churches. Now it's time, and we called out the different black nationalist organizations, including the Nation of Islam. Out of love, though. Not out of enviness or whatever, but out of love. We're going to go deeper into our people's organizations, like the NAACP and the Urban League and all like that, at a later date. But right now, we just giving you an overall summary of who we gonna be judging. And we're gonna put the spotlight on the Caucasian and his mind set. Because he's been in the position of rulership through trickery. And this trickery methodology is a psychology of the mind. And he had to condition us to be subjected to this kind of psychology, and so we had to lose our culture. We had to lose our names, and we had to lose our God, the way we worship our gods. The way we worship our God and the way we thought of our God. So the Egyptians, or the Kemites, they left knowledge on the wall. And in other places over in Asia, they left knowledge on the wall. Over in different places like South America. You can go all around the planet, and we got information about this time and what's going to happen in this time on the wall. They're also in scripture form. So you got the Bible, you got the Quran, and you got other texts, Torah, other texts. And it wasn't time for us to interpret the book. So we put our own spin on it, along with the spin that the Caucasian gave us. And we spookified everything, especially those who follow in after the Christian and the Catholics and all those. Y'all spookified everything. Now, one had to come named Master Farad Muhammad with an independent history by black, given to him by black people. Even though he looked at Caucasian or white, he had a black daddy and a white mama. Now, this was designed especially for him to come over here sneaking, like he one of the Caucasians, or he in their family, and he really is in the black man's family. And then the knowledge that he gave us was a type of knowledge to bring us from a dead state to a living state, out that dream world into a conscious state. And this is the time for that. And it took all of this time for they start releasing certain knowledge. Well, see, the Caucasian is like this. Different time spans, he released certain knowledge. Because he always going to be 10, 20, 100 years, try to be 100 years ahead of us. So just like he's planning 10 years ahead right now, or better. just like he did the Bible. It took 400, almost 300 or 400 years for us to read the Bible, for us to even read. So, but it didn't stop certain people from reading that was locked down under that slavery prisoner of war system. They got books. Caucasians snuck them books. Caucasians helped them. Out of that came a cat named John Brown. He gave his life. Now, what I want to say about this. Do you see a sparrow having sex with a pigeon? Do you see a crow having sex with a robin? Do you see a eagle having sex with an owl? Each of them goes after their own kind. Do you see a cat having sex with a dog, even though the cat is on 4 legs, just like the dog? He's considered an animal just like the dog. But do you see him having sex with the dog? No. Each kind go after his own. So there are those of you who think that if a black man is pro-black, that he don't want to mix with a Caucasian, that he's racist. That if he don't want a Caucasian in his mix, he's racist. Now, we both look like man. We both look like man, but one of us is a human, meaning that we got a hue. Not a color, but a hue. And the other one is mankind. Kind of a man. And this could be proved in no matter of a time, because he's grafted from us. Just like the albino. There are black albinos, but they're lacking melanin. You could take that albino and mate him with another albino, and you're going to get probably a ghost or something. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to, crack fun or nothing like that. But, that melanin is a chemical that most of our people don't know nothing about. So all you ones who doubt me and what I'm saying, study up on melanin. There's plenty of literature out about melanin. This is Black Light Out. We're going to come back with another one.